Over the past few millennia, humans have been engaged in developing all sorts of amazing tools and technologies. Some of those tools, such as airplanes and vehicles, we developed a fascination with and respect for. They are amazing tools of personal conveyance across great distances. They are certainly better than walking or taking a horse. Other tools and technologies, however, become sources of serious addictions for us. And these technologies can do great damage to our minds and to our personal relationships with other people. Television is one such technology that has turned many otherwise social creatures into hermits who sit for hours in their homes alone in front of a screen watching images and listening to sounds. Even young people today with youthful energy sometimes prefer to engage in these sorts of activities that are fundamentally meaningless. The smartphone is another technology that promises great social connections and widespread communication, but has paradoxically destroyed communication. So why do people get addicted to smartphones? What's the cause of this strange new addiction? We can think of a few reasons, one of it being social media. It makes you desire for approvals, and they are able to express themselves only on social media. Second, the principle of addiction is the same as addiction to alcohol or gambling. When stimulated by smartphones or games, dopamine hormones are spread into the brain and addiction is formed. The mainstream media often say that children are seriously addicted to their smartphones. Since most corporate media can't be trusted to tell the truth, we thought we should look into this claim for ourselves and try to find out if it is valid and true.
We conducted a survey and interviewed junior high school and university students to try to determine if this is really the case, if they are experiencing some profound technology addictions. We divided the survey into 5 categories of questions. The results were quite interesting. We thought that understanding phone usage patterns was important. Middle school students spent their time on the phone. 63 individuals admitted spending prolonged hours on their smartphones. And university students, 71 individuals admitted spending prolonged hours on their smartphones. Preference over family or friends. 55 middle school students chose phone usage over spending time with family or friends occasionally. And university students, 48 people chose phone usage over spending time with family or friends occasionally. Anxiety without phone. 62 individuals didn't feel unsettled without their phones even for short amount of time. And university students, 38 individuals felt unsettled without their phones even for short amount of time. Increased usage and noticing. 34 middle school students were cautioned by people around for increased phone usage. And university students, 50 individuals were cautioned by people around for increased phone usage. We also wondered if people were disrupted from focusing on important daily tasks, so we looked at disruption due to phone usage. Only 64 middle school students denied facing problems in academics or daily life due to excessive phone usage. And university students, only 36 individuals denied facing problems in academics or daily life due to excessive phone usage. We wondered if people get anxiety when the phone is unavailable to use. 60 middle school students did not feel anxious or uneasy when forgetting or not having their phones. And university students, 42 people felt anxious or uneasy when forgetting or not having their phones. Phone usage during meals, 59 middle school students didn't place their phones on the table while eating. And university students, 31 individuals didn't place their phones on the table while eating. Unconscious phone checks, 42 middle school students admitted subconsciously checking their phones even when nothing was happening. And university students, 63 individuals admitted subconsciously checking their phones even when nothing was happening. Distraction during focused tasks. 64 middle school students denied engaging in internet surfing or gaming during tasks requiring concentration. And university students, 40 people agreed engaging in internet surfing or gaming during tasks requiring concentration. We wondered if people had phone activities. Only 76 middle school students never felt the need to hide their phone activities. And university students, 54 individuals never felt the need to hide their phone activities. Irritation when people get disturbed. 29 middle school students experienced irritation when interrupted during phone gaming. And university students, 23 individuals experienced irritation when interrupted during phone gaming. Imagining phone usage. 65 middle school students never engaged in daydreaming about phone activities when they were not actually using it. And university students, 49 individuals never engaged in daydreaming about phone activities when they were not actually using it. Using phone as distraction. 33 middle school students sometimes use the phone to divert their mind from daily life worries. And university students, 46 people sometimes use the phone to divert their mind from daily life worries. Perception of life without phone. 40 middle school students felt life without a phone would be boring and unfulfilling. And university students, 39 individuals felt life without a phone would be boring and unfulfilling. For middle school students, the average daily phone usage time among 68 respondents was approximately 4 hours. For university students, the average daily phone usage time among 71 respondents was approximately 7 hours. Some individuals reported stark differences in usage, varying from 1 to 2 hours on weekdays to over 8 hours on weekends. 30 individuals spent over 6 hours, with 3 of them exceeding 10 hours on their phones.
The commonly used apps among middle school students were Instagram, 21 people, TikTok, 14 people, gaming apps, 13 people, Line and YouTube, 12 people each. For university students, the commonly used apps among respondents were Instagram, 62 people, Twitter, 28 people, YouTube, 43 people, Line, 37 people, and TikTok, 35 people. Next thing we did was to interview middle school and university students. We interviewed Tomoyuki from Okinawa Christian University and Chana's sister from Koza Junior High School. In the interview, they mentioned to leave the phone where you won't see them and make sure their parents control their screen time, or just leave it to them. These actions limit their phone usage, which is good, and keep good distances between themselves and the phone.
時間です。Amazon プライムです。アニメ鑑賞や弟と遊ぶことです。アニメや YouTube です。少しはしていると思います。夜中まで使用することで睡眠不足などの影響を与えていると思います。連絡や調べ物などで使うので必要だと思います。自分はアニメ鑑賞が好きなので退屈すると思います。はい。日常生活に支障をきたしてないからです。自分は親がスクリーンタイムなので制限をいいえ。子供のうちは親に制限をかけてもらうことでスマホの使用時間を減らせると思います。
スクリーンタイムは9時間です。一番使用しているアプリがインスタ。暇な時はショートムービー見てます。スマホで YouTube とか TikTok のアプリで見てます。睡眠時間が減ったことです。充実した生活が送れると思います。スマホ使わなかったら仲のいい友達と一緒に遊びに行ったりとか、またはカップルとかいてるんだったら一緒に出かけたりとかっていうのに費やしてちょっと多いかなって思います。出かけている時も触ってることが多いから減らしたいなーって思ってます。やっぱりゲームとか動画見てるのもあるからかな。多分ハマっちゃってついつい見ちゃうっていうのが多い。当てたいです。勉強時間に費やしたり自分の趣味に費やしたいなって思います。自分は携帯がそばにあったら触りたくなるからなるべく見えるところに置かないようにする。ずっと触り続けないようにする。一旦休憩時間とかそういうのは入れてます。
We initially anticipated a tendency towards smartphone dependency among middle school students. But surprisingly, it turned out that they are not heavily reliant on smartphones. One primary reason is the school's rule of prohibiting phone usage. Unlike in university, where smartphones can be used more freely during the day. Moreover, there are students who do not possess smartphones, and many are engaged in club activities or cram schools, which limits their usage time. On the contrary, college students exhibit a higher dependency level. Unlike middle school students, they have an environment where smartphones can be carried around without restrictions or pressure to avoid usage. In fact, if you look around during classes, it often reveals many individuals using their smartphones for unrelated purposes. Moreover, increased concerns and anxieties related to employment, romantic relationships, and interpersonal connections with friends and family might contribute to this trend. As a result, the frequency of smartphone use for stress relief and escaping reality increases, leading to tendencies towards dependency. Although we didn't conduct surveys targeting high school students this time, we anticipate that as individuals transitions from middle school to college, there might be a growing tendency towards smartphone addictions. Through this survey and interviews, it became apparent that while middle school students might not exhibit dependency, many young individuals lead lives centered around smartphones. Smartphone dependency significantly impacts various aspects, both positively and negatively, affecting memory, concentration, sleep quality, and mental, as well as physical well-being. There's a need for proactive actions, including ourselves, to break free from this dependency.